Welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed their meals and conversation with new and old friends. It's so good to see so many people in a room again, having a good time, sharing stories. So it's the time of the night when we get the programming running, and we should be about an hour and 15 minutes. And well, let's just jump into it. Thanks very much for attending. We'll start the presentations now. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, I do.
In the category of Best Hardware Store, the Outstanding Retailer Award goes to Quincaillerie Jean-Denis Home Hardware in Saint-Raymond, Quebec. Plumbing and decor showrooms along the way. Says Sophie, without the vision of home hardware co-founder Walter Hackborn, we wouldn't be where we are now. There has been extraordinary sales growth at this store during the past 2 years. 94 years after it was founded, this powerhouse store has outstanding visual appeal. The merchandising is on point. It's an exciting and uplifting environment for customers. And this business is a marketing machine, using flair and imagination to promote its offerings. It is a leader on Facebook, with videos created in the store taking the brand out into the community. This message is extended with local TV and movie theater advertising. And there are some master strokes of marketing. For example, 10 years ago, Philippe and Sophie purchased this 1948 Chevy pickup truck and repainted it in home hardware colors. It takes the store's brand all over town. The store lifted the town's spirits with vintage cars again last year in the middle of the pandemic. It organized an event that attracted 95 classic vehicles from all over Quebec. For their superb marketing and merchandising savvy, Quincaillerie Jean-Denis Home Hardware is a worthy winner of this year's Outstanding Retailer Award for Best Hardware Store.
Good evening. I'm Diego Mazzoni, president of JR Tech Solutions. You know, several years ago, I thought we were the largest ESL provider in North America, and we were doing really well. But I felt we could do better. And I resisted with great effort the introduction of my VP of Finance and Operations, who is actually my wife and the smartest person I know. I resisted it because I felt like it was too much risk for us to have everything in one basket. And yet, in the 4 years that I've had the pleasure of working with my wife, the company has grown 40-fold. Okay. And so all credit to her for that, because as much as I'm the face of the company, it never would have achieved the success of the both of us working together. And so in many ways, and I say this genuinely about Sophie and Philippe regarding their store, is that when I walk into, and I've walked into hundreds of them, hardware stores where there's a couple or a family behind it, it is clearly an operation that is above and beyond because they're all in. They can't lose. So they have to do everything that is far superior than what you would get anywhere else. And so it's no exception for Sophie and Philippe, and I want to congratulate them on running the best hardware store.
So they'll come right over here.
Wow. Tonight, we are honored to receive the award for the best hardware store in Canada. Many thanks to Home Hardware for propelling us towards success. Many thanks to my parents, Louise et Jean-Guy, our family, and our team. Many thanks to Hardlines and the GR Tech, the sponsor. Congratulations to all the winners. Good evening.
Merci tout le monde. Je vous fais ma partie en français. On est du Québec. Ce soir, je porte fièrement le nœud papillon de Walter G. Hagburn. On a gagné le Walter G. Hagburn chez Home Hardware. Ce soir, on gagne un prix encore supérieur. Ça ne se gagne pas toute seule, ça se gagne avec une équipe. Fait que je veux remercier mon équipe, mes employés, ainsi que mon épouse. Puis ensemble, on est rendu là parce qu'une chance qu'on a ça, chérie. Fait que merci à tout le monde, puis bonne soirée.
The Outstanding Retailer Award for Best Building Supply under 15,000 square feet goes to Grunthal Lumber in Grunthal, Manitoba. This Castle Building Center, 70 kilometers south of Winnipeg, is co-owned by Murray Rempel and Mel Funk. While the store has changed hands throughout its 78-year history, the employees have tended to stay in place. No doubt, that is due to the way the owners and managers take time to truly listen to their staff. Last year, a dream came true for Grunthal Lumber. The business moved across the street from its existing 4,000 square feet of retail to a new 10,000 square foot location. It opened up a big new retail world for all of us, says hardware manager Mike Bourgeois. With the help of hardware wholesaler Orgill, the store was able to expand its front end significantly. Grunthal Lumber remains the dominant player in its marketplace when it comes to LBM. Its impressive 8 warehouses sit on 7.5 acres of land, and its fleet of 12 delivery trucks and 11 forklifts are constantly busy. The store's design and drafting department offers a virtual reality experience for its customers. They can walk around and see what their new home or renovation will look like, well before the contractors ever start to build. Grunthal Lumber believes strongly in digital marketing. In a town of just 2,000 residents, the business employs a full-time marketing person who is an expert at social media. The result? The number of Instagram followers of Grunthal Lumber almost equals the population of the town itself. Today, this store does more business in a week than Murray Rempel was doing all year when he bought the business in 1995. Congratulations to Grunthal Lumber, winner of the 2022 Outstanding Retailer Award for Best Building Supply under 15,000 square feet.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gino Allegro, and I lead the sales organization for Johns Manville, Canada. Funny story. Michelle Wood, who is right there to my right, she said that her room is fantastic. It has a fireplace. It has, and she said she got a rose delivered to her. I said, really? I said, well, what happened to the other 11? Apparently, they ended up in Doug Keeling's room. So, anyways, this is a fantastic venue tonight. I would like to personally thank Michael McClarney. Where are you? You're back there. He has a great suit on. If I wore that, it wouldn't be very good, right? It'd be a. Anyways, you look pretty sharp, Michael. And also I'd like to thank David Chestnut. You know, they put on a great industry venue, and yeah, thank you. And congratulations on your 30-year anniversary, Michael. And right from inception, you've survived all these years. That's fantastic. It's my sincere pleasure on behalf of Johns Manville and Tega Building Products, who's our national distributor for Johns Manville Insulation. Little plug for Dave McNeil and the entire Ortega crew over there. Can I say that, Michael? Well, I just did. All right, so we're both proud to support the achievement of these great retailers for sure. It's my pleasure to present the award in the category of building supply under 15,000 square feet to Mike Bourgeois of Grunthal Lumber and a member of the Castle Group. Come on up. Thank you.
Thank you, Gino and John Mansville. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Bourgeois, manager of Grunthal Lumber. I would like, first of all, to thank Hardlines for choosing our store for this award. I would also like to thank Castle and Orgill for getting us inventory and great pricing so we can be competitive. If it wasn't for either of those two partners, we would not be able to be where we're at today. Grunthal Lumber sits at the center of our community and has served for the past 78 years. It has changed hands but remains a staple business for the Southeast farming area and has grown substantially to be able to provide essential building needs for every residential and agricultural branch, as well as drafting and design, plumbing, electrical, stucco, paint, farming, seasonal household supplies, and so much more. Grunthal Lumber is run by a strong ownership and management team that listens to and respects the needs of the staff, which is a big reason why we have many long-standing staff members. We work hard to listen to our customers and contractors, bringing in inventory that will better meet the needs of those who shop here. We also go out of our way to special order our products that we don't stock so that our customers don't have to drive far distances to find the products they require. This past year, we're able to move into a brand new facility, which was a dream come true for all of us, especially owners, Murray and Mel. To go from a 4,000 square foot building to a 10,000 square foot retail space opened up a big new retail world for us. Being able to stock and display products that we were unable to before, to see the satisfaction of our customers' faces when they're browsing in the store is very rewarding. It has also allowed us to have a coffee and visiting area in front of our fireplace for our customers to relax and visit, adding yet another personal touch. Every department, from our talented drafting team to our sales team, our retail store team, and everyone in between, including our incredible cleaning staff, works so hard to provide a positive shopping experience. We pride ourselves on the family environment and exceptional customer service that so many comment on while they are in our store. Grunthal Lumber is appreciated by the whole community and the surrounding area, but even more so by each person employed by this company. We look forward to and even more growth in the coming years as Grunthal Lumber continues to lead the way in the southeastern Manitoba in our industry. Thank you and congratulations to all others who are accepting awards this evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Gino.
In the category of Best Building Supply over 15,000 square feet, the Outstanding Retailer Award goes to Grand Prairie Home Hardware Building Center, Grand Prairie, Alberta. This store is in Peace River Country in northwestern Alberta, 450 kilometers north of Edmonton. A former Beaver Lumber, the store was purchased by C.A. Fisher owner Ken McCourt in 2012. C.A. Fisher has an impressive 15 home hardware stores in Western Canada. Our judges noted that this store faced some of the most intense competition of any of this year's Outstanding Retailer Awards entries. Within just a few minutes' drive of this home hardware building center are 7 daunting competitors: Nelson Lumber, Rona, Home Depot, Walmart, Canadian Tire, Windsor Plywood, and Costco. This competitive heat means that manager Kevin Gilman and his staff at Grand Prairie Home Hardware Building Center are laser focused on providing an incredibly high standard of customer service. And it's working. This store has had by far the highest sales increase last year of any of this year's Outstanding Retailer Award entries. The business has done superbly well since the owners almost doubled the retail footprint of this business 4 years ago. The 25,000 square foot store's advertising is intensive, particularly radio advertising. The store's community outreach is relentless. The store goes the extra mile to provide all the services that contractors need: door manufacturing, a stair shop, a truss plant, and more. For its superb services to its community in one of the most competitive marketplaces outside of a major city in the entire country, Grand Prairie Home Hardware Building Center is a worthy winner of a 2022 Outstanding Retailer Award.
Hello, everybody, and thanks to Hardlines for another amazing event. My name's Adam Golan. I'm the account manager for the Trex company. Trex and our national partner, Tega Building Products, are proud to support the achievement of these great retailers here tonight. It's my particular pleasure to present the award in the category of building supply over 15,000 square feet to Kevin Gilman, manager, and representing the ownership, Sil Hyson.
First of all, I'd like to thank Michael, David, and Steve for the show that they put on today for us. It was very, very entertaining, and I'm sure everybody enjoyed it. I'd also like to thank Hardlines for selecting our store for this award. It is a huge honor, and I really appreciate it. I've been with Home Hardware since 2008, and I'd really like to say thanks to the corporate office for all of the help and support that they've given us over the years. I'd like to make a special announcement for Sil Heisen from the C.A. Fisher Group, who's been in the industry for 60 years. And lastly, I'd like to dedicate this award to the staff at the Grand Prairie Home Hardware store back home. They truly deserve it. Thank you.
In the category of Best Large Surface Retailer, the Outstanding Retailer Award goes to Lowe's Pickering in Pickering, Ontario. A corporate store, Lowe's Pickering has been managed for the last 5 years by Angelo Zogas. He says there's no secret behind his store's success. It all starts with the staff. We train and mentor a passionate group of associates, Angelo says. We nurture their service delivery by connecting with them, making them feel part of our family, addressing their concerns in a timely manner, and giving them the tools they need to grow and succeed. Angelo says that COVID completely changed the way his Lowe's store did business, as it did for everyone. For starters, this store just east of Toronto and the entire Lowe's Canada network became very customer-friendly with e-commerce. And the marketing changed significantly too. For example, last year a completely digital flyer, which had never been tried before, was deployed. Lowe's Canada uses what it calls its 360-degree retargeting strategy, involving all social, Google, and video tools to maximize revenue. The sales growth of this particular Lowe's store is aided by the rapidly aging housing stock in the immediate area. A quarter of the homes in the area were constructed between 1981 to 1990. A high percentage were constructed between 1961 to 1980. That makes for a lot of renovation customers. But this obviously attracts competitors too. There are 2 Home Depots within 5 kilometers of Lowe's Pickering and a Canadian Tire in the very same parking lot. So, Angelo says the battle is won with service, service, and more service. Congratulations to Angelo and his team for the results they have so clearly demonstrated, which makes Lowe's Pickering a 2022 Outstanding Retailer Award winner.
Hi everyone, I'm Beth Casson. I am the event vice president for the National Hardware Show. This is actually my first Hardlines conference, so thank you guys so much for having us, and it's been a wonderful experience. I have the pleasure of announcing the award to Angelo Zogas, and I have to say, sitting with him over dinner has been fantastic. Just learning about his career path and what he is doing for his community and for the people he works with. If you get a chance, spend some time talking to him and learn his story, because he is truly a fantastic leader. So congratulations.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Hardlines Committee. Thank you, judges, for choosing our Pickering store. It's an honor to be here on behalf of my team, the 142 associates that come to work every day with one goal: to make our store the best place to shop in Pickering. I can't open the store and I can't manage the store without you. Thank you for making my job easy. To Tony Chofie, Malcolm Parks, thank you. Thank you for empowering us to do whatever it takes to take care of our customers and do whatever it takes to make our store the preferred place to work for our Durham associates. To Sylvan Prue, to Ali Lotfi, the best partners a store manager can have, thank you. I know you have our backs in Pickering. I know if anything was to happen, I could call you guys when you were there, the way you were there on May 2-4 weekend when we had the storm. And you don't know what those guys did. They were working tirelessly on a Sunday morning to get stock to our store. Jerry cans, chainsaws, generators that arrived at 6 p.m. at night to take care of our consumers in Durham. Thank you. And finally, I want to thank my loving family, who's not here today, my lovely wife of 33 years, Diane, my amazing children, Jonathan and Stephanie, for your unwavering support, for being there for me. You're the reason I am who I am today. And I leave you with one thing. Henry Ford once said, remember what he said, Henry Ford? Does anybody know what Henry Ford said? Yeah, he was about cars. But Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're absolutely right. My Pickering team always believes they can. If you believe it, you will see it. My Pickering team believes it. And Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell once sang a song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Well, let me tell you, there's no mountain high enough that my Pickering team can't climb, and there's no river wide enough that my Pickering team can't cross. They're the best team in retail. Thank you. I'm bringing this home for you guys. Thank you so much.
In the category of Best Contractor Specialist, the Outstanding Retailer Award goes to BMR Pierre No Inc., Trois-Rivières, Quebec. This Trois-Rivières store is part of a 6-store regional chain that dates back to 1890. That year, Pierre No opened a window and door manufacturing business out of his house in Santec, Quebec. The Trois-Rivières store was added to the organization by current owners Marc-André Lebel and Philippe Lebel, descendants of Pierre No, in 2012. The brothers set about extensively renovating and expanding the buildings of this store in 2017. And then, shortly after the renovations were complete, a devastating fire occurred. It all burned down. Current manager Jessica Bastarache wrote in her entry for these awards that this terrible fire was the most important test that any of the owners and staff had ever faced. The contractors proved their loyalty and then some. It was a beautiful solidarity, says Jessica. Some contractors went immediately to work to put up a new temporary structure to keep the business alive. It's worth noting that this store is literally surrounded by excellent competitors, including a Canac location 250 meters away. And there are 2 major big boxes within just 2 kilometers. When the store was rebuilt from the fire, an entirely new and unique concept of customer service was built into the store. Instead of just a regular contractor desk and a separate cashier, contractor consultant employees are deployed to attach themselves to the pros from the moment they arrive at the store until they depart. These dedicated staffers assist with front-end purchases, back-end purchases, or whatever services the contractor requires. They don't just stand behind a desk. For service like this, every single one of the 25 employees at Pierre No Inc. in Trois-Rivières can be proud to share in this 2022 Outstanding Retailer Award for Best Contractor Specialist.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jake Smith. I am the chairman of the board of the North American Hardware and Paint Association. We are certainly honored to be here to make this presentation and sponsor this award tonight, and I'd like to take a minute to thank David and Michael, Michelle. I know there's other members of the Hardline staff that are here that I didn't get to meet, but thank you so much for making us feel welcome with you. This is my first trip to Canada from the United States. I thought I knew everything I needed to know about Canada because I've watched every episode of Heartland and When Calls the Heart. And I don't think I'm necessarily wrong about Canada from having watched those shows. But I do want to say that having come here this far into Canada and seen it with my own eyes and seen the beauty and experienced the hands of welcome that you reached out to us and welcomed us, made us feel wonderful. I'm sure I speak on behalf of Bob Cutter, our president, when I say these things. Thank you so much for having us here. It's an honor. It is also my honor to present the award for Best Contractor Specialist Store. These young men, naturally, as I said, this is my first trip to Canada. I've never had a chance to visit their business, but I had a chance to visit with them at the table, and they are certainly outstanding with a great story, so let's see if I can do this. Je présente mes amis nouveaux, Messieurs Marc-André Lebel et Philippe Lebel de Pierre No Inc., Trois-Rivières, Quebec.
Like we said in Montreal, bonjour aïe. C'est un grand honneur pour nous d'être là ce soir. Quand nous avons acheté l'entreprise familiale de nos parents il y a 15 ans, notre objectif était d'avoir le meilleur service entrepreneur dans notre petite région de la Mauricie. Certainement pas le meilleur au Canada. Merci à nos familles et à nos employés de faire une si belle équipe avec nous. Merci spécial à mon frère, parce que je l'aime beaucoup. Mais ne vous inquiétez pas, il m'énerve aussi souvent. It's a great honor for us to be here tonight. When we bought the family business 15 years ago, our goal was to have the best contractor service in our small region. Definitely not the best in Canada. Thank you to our families and our employees for making such a great team with us. Special thanks to my brother, because I love him very much. Don't worry, he annoys me too. Thank you.
In the category of the Retail Spirit Award, the Outstanding Retailer Award goes to Gander Bay Building Supplies, Victoria Cove, Gander Bay, Newfoundland and Labrador. The owner-operators are Deborah and Todd Brinson. Deb grew up in this tiny town on the Atlantic Ocean, 45 minutes from Gander. In 2007, when the store came up for sale, Deb wanted to return home. The couple had no experience in building supply retailing. It was a leap of faith. It has been an incredible labor of love. Deb and Todd's determination to make a going concern out of a small building supply in this town of just 1,300 residents is truly inspiring. The store, founded in 1912, used to sell everything, even gasoline that they pumped out of barrels. Back in the day, most of the customers arrived by boat. Customers still arrive in boats. There's a different culture here, that's for sure, Deb says. Retailing effectively in this kind of market does not always fit the official templates. Screws and nails are sold out of weigh scales that hang from the rafters. When Deb and Todd bought the store, they started sponsoring local kids to go play hockey in Gander. This was Bradley Blake as a child when he got his Gander Building Supplies sponsorship. This is Bradley Blake today, pride of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. Community means everything in Gander Bay. Deb sits on the board of the local Family Resource Center, the board of Castle Building Centers Group, and the board of the ABSDA. Jobs are not plentiful here. Many of the locals fly to and from jobs in the oil patch in Alberta. Owing to quarantine rules during COVID, those same workers were grounded for much of 2020 and 2021. Gander Bay Building Supplies counts on an average of 2 to 3 houses to be constructed locally. During the pandemic, the local house starts were 0. Today, life has restarted in Gander Bay. Deb and Todd are busy again, and their bond with their community is even stronger. Congratulations to this extraordinary couple for winning our 2022 Outstanding Retailer Award in the category of Retail Spirit.
My friend Scott Ferguson, sales director for Coltec, unfortunately got called away with emergency just during dinner, so I said, I got your back, Scott. It's my pleasure to present the award for Retail Spirit to Gander Bay Building Supplies, Castle Building Centers, co-owner Deb Brinson. Please come up and accept your award.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'm truly honored to accept the Retail Spirit Award on behalf of Gander Bay Building Supplies. I'm also accepting on behalf of my husband, my son, my entire staff, who I could not do this without. Am I talking too fast? So I do, because I do that. I'll try. So 15 years ago, I was living here in Ontario in Kitchener-Waterloo, working in the automotive industry. Like a lot of Newfoundlanders on the mainland, you do look forward to the day when you can move back home. So when this store came up for sale in the town that I had grown up in the town where a lot of my family still lived, our first thought was, how hard could it be to run a hardware store? Well, nobody warned us. So a couple months later, we quit our jobs, sold our house, packed up our belongings, which included an 8-month-old baby, left the only adult life we had known, and moved back to Newfoundland. So the last 15 years, while certainly challenging, have also been amazing and rewarding, all due to the people of this industry and the pride that came with owning a part of my community. This award will always have a place of honor in our store. Very special thanks go to our staff for everything that they do, our customers, many of whom have become friends, to Hardlines and the selection committee for the opportunity and the award, to Castle Building Centers for always making sure that we are competitive, innovative, and charitable, to the Castle and the ABSDA Board of Directors for all the mentoring that I receive and can bring back to my small town, to the vendors in this amazing industry for the nonstop education. Congratulations to all the winners here tonight. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
The Outstanding Retailer Award in the category of Young Retailer of the Year goes to Marianne and Matthew Moissin, co-owners of BMR Paulin Moissin, Saint-Ramon, Quebec. These cousins, 28 and 33 years of age, are the grandchildren of the founders of the store, Paulin Moissin and Thérèse Dion, who founded their hardware store in 1961. The legacy of these two entrepreneurs is still celebrated in the town. A special Paulin beer was brewed to commemorate the store's 60th anniversary. Matthew and Marianne started working in the store while they were still in school. They both knew they wanted to be proprietors of the business one day. But the second generation of the Moissin family had put in place a strict rule for any third-generation family members who wanted to become owners. They would have to go work somewhere else first. So, after formal studies in sales and architectural drawing, Matthew went to work as a construction estimator for a non-family company. Marianne, meanwhile, studied accounting and attained her professional accounting designation. She worked for several years as a controller in the aviation industry. Now, Marianne and Matthew are back at the family store as owners. The official transfer of 100% of the shares took place in April 2021. Back in 2011, the business relocated to allow for the construction of a new store and to expand the lumberyard. Today, this 15,000 square foot store is one of the best merchandised and visually striking stores in our industry in Canada. The two cousins have very different skill sets. Marianne has the operations, finance, and HR skills. Matthew has the construction, sales, purchasing, and logistics skills. It's a perfect combination. Our personality differences lead to a wonderful synergy, Marianne says. Congratulations to Matthew and Marianne Moissin, our 2022 Outstanding Young Retailers of the Year.
Oh, that's not going to work. Do this, do that. Hello, everyone. I'm Trevor Schellenberg. I'm the Senior Account Manager for Axio Solutions, like a younger senior account manager, not the... It is a real honor and immense privilege for Axio to sponsor and present the Young Retailer of the Year award. I'd also like to take this opportunity to highlight the remarkable work of the Hardlines team and to thank Michael and David for the wonderful opportunity. For those who do not know, Axio Solutions is the IT company behind the Ogasys, Omni, OGC, ProfitMaster, and Transaction Software. More than 1,000 hardware and building supply stores use one of our solutions across Canada. Retailers like BMR Paulin Moissin prove that with focus and persistence, success is attainable in the exciting world of home improvement retailing. Whether it be sharp accounting sensibilities or new schooling retailing talents, Marianne and Mathieu have unique strengths in the right areas. This dynamic combination has been a recipe for their success. In 2021, their store celebrated their 60th anniversary. Currently in the third generation, this store thrives in hardware sales and customer service. It is an honor and privilege for Axio to serve customers like you, Mathieu and Marianne. We are proud of you, your family, and your team. Enjoy this moment.
Hi, I'm Mathieu. I will begin in French. Merci pour ce merveilleux prix. Nous sommes très honorés de recevoir ceci. C'est vraiment une belle récompense pour nous, ça nous fait vraiment chaud au cœur. Malgré notre jeune âge, ça fait plus de 10 ans, même 15 ans que nous sommes dans l'entreprise et bientôt 2 ans comme propriétaires ensemble. Marianne et moi avons chacun nos forces distinctives qui créent une belle synergie et qui nous fait performer au quotidien. Nous sommes très bien entourés. Nous avons la chance d'avoir des employés motivés et fidèles qui prennent à cœur l'entreprise et nous partageons fièrement ce prix avec eux. Félicitations aux autres gagnants. Merci beaucoup à toute l'organisation du Gala Hardline et ainsi qu'au groupe BMR pour leur soutien. Thank you for this wonderful award. We are very honored to receive this. This is a great reward for us. Despite our age, we have been in the company for more than 10 years and almost 2 years as owner. Marianne and I each have our distinctive strengths, which create a beautiful synergy and that makes us perform every day. We are well surrounded. We are lucky to have motivated and loyal employees who takes the company to heart, and we proudly share this award with them. Congratulations to the other winners. Thank you very much to all the organization of the Heartland Gala and BMR Group for their support. Thank you.
In the category of the Mark Roby Show Community Leader, the Outstanding Retailer Award goes to Rona Fort Erie in Fort Erie, Ontario. This store is owned by Dennis Deutsch and run by long-standing manager Jeff Hill. They switched banners to Rona 4 years ago and have remained extremely successful. In fact, today they are doing 8 times the volume that the store was doing when Dennis Deutsch purchased it in 2007. But this store is not just successful as a business. Rona Fort Erie is also highly successful as a community leader. Fort Erie is a community of just 30,000 residents across the Niagara River from Buffalo, New York. It has small-town community values. "We love Fort Erie" is the store's official slogan. The store's core values are respect, responsibility, unity, service, and common good. And this store lives those values. To give just one of dozens of examples of the store's common good philosophy, in the fall of 2019, Fort Erie Rona held a charity barbecue for Amanda Martin's children. Amanda had lost her life trying to save her son Tatum from drowning in the Niagara River. Tatum was rescued, but Amanda died the next day in hospital. Amanda's legacy was amplified by community support by organizations like Rona Fort Erie, which raised $26,000 for Tatum as well as Brooklyn, Amanda's daughter. The store donates annually to a local food bank. It gave almost $15,000 last year. The store was, in fact, the leading Rona affiliate dealer in the Lowe's Canada Heroes campaign. The charities and community efforts that Deutsch Home Centers supports are truly endless. The Heart and Stroke bike rides, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Club, Meals on Wheels, to name just a few. During COVID, Rona Fort Erie regularly donated food for healthcare workers at the local hospital, as well as at 3 long-term care homes. Says manager Jeff Hill, "We don't do this for financial gain. We do it out of the goodness of our staff's and customers' hearts. It's not about marketing." Which is why Deutsch Building Centers, the Rona affiliate in Fort Erie, Ontario, is the very worthy winner of this year's Mark Roby Show Community Leader Award.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sarah Hounslow. I'm president of BMF. We are a family business passionate about building better retail. Our mission has always been to help the independent home improvement retailer to renovate their stores efficiently, profitably, and effectively. And I'm absolutely honored to present this year's Mark Robichaud Award to Rona Fort Erie. Dennis, sorry, I know he's not coming up to the stage tonight, but Andrew Deutsch, Jake Denhollinger, and as well as, Jeff Hill. Please come up and accept your award.
We get the photos? This one right here.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Hello, and thank you everyone that has put on this great event. It's the first time I've been to a Hardlines event, and you guys do it right. Also, thank you to all the sponsors that made this happen, as well as to Rona, our biggest business partner. Thank you. I'm here tonight because of this man beside me, Jeff Hill. He is truly a great person who loves to help people, and especially people in need. It's no surprise to me that Jeff and his team are winning this award this year, as they host, over the years, they've hosted many charity events that, well, too many to name, and they, as the video said, they do it out of the goodness of their hearts. The most recent event was the Heroes campaign that Jeff and his team, they hosted a rock concert, and all the proceeds went to the local food bank. This year, as a group of 10 stores, part of the Heroes campaign that Tony mentioned earlier in his presentation, we raised over double of the money that we did last year, with Fort Erie over triple. This year, I fully expect that Fort Erie is going to raise the most money for Heroes across Canada for both corporate and dealer stores. Last year, they were the highest dealer store. Can't read that part anymore. Oh, you got that one. It truly is a pleasure to work with Jeff and his team, and yeah, they really do care about the community that they work in. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I would like to thank Hardlines for this award. We love Fort Erie. We don't do this to win awards. We just do this to help people. I would like to thank my wife, Tammy, for all her support. I would like to thank Des and Judy for the last 25 years of being my rock. Jake and Andrew for all their support. The staff and our customers at Fort Erie for helping us do our events, because we love Fort Erie. That's it. Oh. I would also like to thank Dennis. Stand up, Dennis. And I would like Des and Judy to stand up. Sorry, if I got to be up here, you got to be up here. I hope you understood everything I said. I'm kind of nervous. So. Thank you.
Well, everyone, that concludes the programming for tonight. I just want to say congratulations to all the winners. You're most deserving of the awards that you received here tonight. Thank you again to our sponsors. Thank you to everyone in the room for joining us, and I'm hopeful that I'll see everyone that's here tonight in Whistler, BC next year. So once again, congratulations to the winners. Go out, have a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.